Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Flank. I'm joined by the one and only, the human turret, one of the best ARs to ever do it. Give it up for the world champ himself, Sam LaRue, Octane. We got some of the best analysis in the game, the world champion, Christopher Duarte, Parasite. We got the multi-world champion, the multi-champion, a legend and icon to the Call of Duty scene. Give it up for Patrick Price Aches. And then, of course, we got the one and only, the executive producer of the show. Give it up for Benjay Nassim. Gentlemen, how are we doing? How are we feeling? What a weekend. What a tournament. The Esports World Cup was absolutely incredible. Sam, let's start with you. I mean, what a way to end it. What a way to end the season, Sam.
Yeah. I mean, today was one of the best days of Call of Duty for the entire season. Today was fucking unbelievable. Obviously, we'll get to what happened, but there's not a better way the year could have gone out for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the way that the matches were all weekend, but especially today, was just unbelievable. I can't wait to get into it and talk about them. What about you, Duarte? How are you, brother?
Good, man. The Sunday delivered. Unfortunately, the final did not, but the rest of the tournament was fucking insane. I was waiting for it the whole weekend, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and history was made today. So it was a gregreat day in the Call of Duty esports world.
For sure. What about you, Pat? How are you feeling, Pat? You feeling all right?
I'm feeling good, Tom. I think, Tom, I made you a lot of money today. I tuned in a little bit, bro. It's just super chat after super chat. People talking about me, wanting to know opinions on me. So, hey, I'm feeling good, Tom. I'm feeling great.
Absolutely. And then what about you, Benjay? You feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm feeling great, Tom. It was a good watch party today. I thought the group stage was a little bit underwhelming, but the weekend really picked up. And yeah, I'm excited to last match day flank of the season, man. What a time.
I was going to say, it's crazy. I mean, we did a episode every single day after the matches this season, and it's crazy that this is the last day. This is the last day. I mean, it's not the last day to Flame. We got a lot of Roster Mania episodes, I'm sure. We're going to be running episodes throughout the offseason, but man, what a crazy season it's been, bro. Thank you to everybody that's been tuning into the live. Everybody that's been tuning into the VODs on YouTube. You guys have been incredible. We really appreciate your support, bro. I really appreciate you guys so much. So just thank you guys for tuning in and supporting the shows, the watch parties. It's been an incredible season. I'm excited.
Goat, Tom. You're the GOAT.
I appreciate you. I appreciate all you guys, bro. I appreciate you guys being a part of this, and I'm excited, bro. I'm excited for Black Ops 7. I do want to get into the matches, but before we do, a question I want to just ask you guys before we hop in. Coaches, behind the players, on stage, there's been a lot of different opinions on this topic, and I kind of wanted to get the panel's opinion before we get into it. I know going into the tournament, people weren't really feeling coaches, including myself, because I think most of us thought that maybe it kind of minimized that skill gap a little bit with the players and that communication. But you can't deny that the entertainment with the coaches behind the stage has been great this event. What do you guys think about coaches behind the stage now that we got a chance to see it? What are your thoughts? Sam, we'll start with you. What are your thoughts, brother?
I was pretty against it when it got announced. I think entertainment wise, I think Pat said it yesterday. I think entertainment, it adds a lot, and I enjoy it. Like seeing, Clay's reaction to TJ's 2-piece, or when Ray won their series, he was screaming. I think it adds a lot in that element. I still don't know if I'm on board competitively with it because it was a short-term thing. Coaches really didn't have time to get into the, the nitty-gritty of comms and all that kind of stuff. So I'm on the fence still, but I am leaning towards yes.
So Sam's leaning towards yes. What about you, Chris? Because I'm also leaning towards yes after watching. Like after seeing how it all played out, I'm leaning more towards yes as well. What do you think, Chris?
I said it before the show. I think it's amazing. I think it adds an interesting dynamic. It also just makes coaches more useful. And yeah, I think that coaches haven't fully realized their potential in terms of what they can do. And I also think it's very hard to watch all four screens and really put a picture together while you're listening to comms and all that stuff. It could be a skill gap, I guess, between coaches. But no, I love it. I love seeing the reactions, and I think it makes coaches more useful without it being too cheesy. It's not like they can see the radar or anything. You know what I mean? They have as much information as the players do, and maybe they can put a little bit more together. But no, I'm a fan.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Pat? You a fan of the coaches behind the stage, or you think it's kind of fugazi?
Yeah, no, I mean, I tweeted it when it was first announced. I was never against it. I don't remember when they got rid of it. Sam, Tom, did y'all play when the coaches were behind?
No,
okay, I wasn't in the space.
I mean, Chris, I know you did. We played through it. It wasn't. I think it was. When it was first announced, I think people were kind of assuming it was going to be something it's not. I think the entertainment value is just fun. It's more fun as a player too to have another person up there to get hyped with while you play. I don't think it changes much in the actual game. Unless there's a situation like, I mean, bro, we literally back in the day used Mr. X to help talk shit to other players just to get in their heads. And I mean, I think that's probably more monitored nowadays with the rules that the league has. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a dub. I just don't see a reason why not to have it. If we're gonna have coaches in the league, like coaches are gonna have salaries and be paid, like they might as well be involved. And Halo did it for fucking 20 years. So yeah.
Yeah. I think the only thing missing this event was Hilton with an oversized suit standing behind one of the teams, bro. So one of the somebody should have did that. Somebody should have just hired Hilton for the event. What about you, Benjay? What are your thoughts on the coaches on stage with the players? You like it?
I think you guys kind of touched on all the points, like from the entertainment standpoint. You know, we were, on the watch party, I texted Daniel, kind of try to get his thoughts. And I think where I assume the CDL is at is they're going to talk to the teams, see how everybody kind of feels. It's an interesting experiment, but I'm curious to see if the teams are like, yo, we really actually thought this was a value add for us. We think it really helps, and let's try it out next year. I don't feel strongly either way, Tom.
Mm-hmm. Another thing that we saw this weekend was S&D listenings. Curious what you guys think about that. I actually really like S&D listening. Some people will be like, but you can hear what they're saying and you can hear their strats. But my argument to that are pro players are not dumb. They'll just go back and watch the rebroadcast and they can see your strats just from the minimap. I don't think they need to hear what you're saying. Especially if you start the listening maybe 10, 15 seconds into the round, like when they already called what they're doing.
Yeah,
all
the initials.
I really enjoyed it. But what about you, Chris? Chris, did you like the S&D listening? Did you like that?
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I think that's a smart thing. If they do it after the first 15, 20 seconds of the round, if they can just play out the rest of the round, I think it's cool. I mean, it gives you an insight to how teams are reacting. And in S&D, especially with clutches, like imagine you're doing a listen and one of your teammates is a 1v2 and like you're listening to that. The thing is, when you're in those clutches, even as a player, and now the viewers get to experience that like silence where like you can hear the drop of a fucking pin, it would get a lot of players engaged because they just like would see the players erupt after a clutch. I don't know. I think it'd be awesome, and I think they should keep doing it.
Mm-hmm. Sam, you like it?
I loved it. I think not even just the S&D listeners, but I thought a lot of the production content this weekend was actually really good. I love the players on the desk after the series. They did the amount of listen-ins was crazy. I feel like they did one every map with both teams. Like the segments, like the scrap and draws thing that they did, or like the messed up faces. Like I feel like the production this weekend was actually not bad.
Bro, the amount of interviews,
the
amount of interviews they had, Sam, was crazy. I know the losers interviews was crazy, but like the pregame interviews, the preview interviews, are you afraid of this team? Blah blah. What's your game plan? The couch segments with the players afterwards, that was awesome.
Like the post match, like actual in depth stuff about their games, I enjoyed a lot. So I hope the CDL steals some of that.
I think what they do that the CDL doesn't is the CDL tries to get into matches as fast as possible. And I think if you've noticed, the breaks were longer than 15 minutes between matches. So you have more time to do all of those hits. I've always been a fan in CS of the loser interview. That's like the one thing I think for COD I would love to see them bring over, especially for like arena and like LAN shows. But I think the nice thing over the weekend, there were a lot of delays in the beginning of the event. I think they did a good job once they went to down to one station. There was pretty minimal delays the last 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Pat, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, dude, even back in the day, like I thought S&D listenings are fine. The only problem I have with listenings, and I don't know why we've never done it, is I think the team's players should have a light on stage, like when they're in a listening. I don't understand the argument that was ever made to why that would be a problem. Like the argument I think that I heard was like it would be distracting. And I'm sorry, if you're getting distracted by a light fucking going on and off every 10, 15 minutes, one time a map, then like you're not meant for this period.
Hey, relax.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's the best thing. If no, like a light listening, like a little fucking on this, like on your desk, like if it just went
kidding.
like green, red.
Tom doesn't like the lights.
I'm just kidding.
Like, bro, that's such a that's such a small thing that I think would be a quality improvement, and I think it would open up the ability for like, hey, like if we know we're gonna listen in, we're not gonna say something that's fucking gonna give away some like crazy strat or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I think that would allow it to be on all year long in all game modes.
Yeah.
I would think even then, like if you're concerned about it doing live, then just do a better job going back on the replay end and getting those melts with the listen ends and then running those like instantly after the match. So like if you can catch the key moments in the comms where cool stuff said, you can cut that together. Like that'll do the same effect as having it live, from my perspective.
Mm-hmm.
What would it change though?
I mean, you just get that content out like Insta. Like it's
No,
not
but
like
why not be live though? Is what I'm saying. You want it live, like it's better live.
I think
especially for people in the venue.
My one concern with it live is just like the bleed through potentially to player comms and like them being able to hear the other team and what they're saying in the call outs. Like when you're in the mix and respawn, it's not really, you know what I'm saying? But when it's a little bit slower and people kind of cheese it, that'd be my only thing. If the integrity is fine, then I have no issue. But like if there are concerns from teams in the league on that, like I don't understand why they don't want to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it would be that big of a deal to put like a little light on it. Didn't they do that once, Pat? Wasn't there?
They
Or
did
wasn't
it at
that
one
talked
event. I
about?
can't remember.
It was a
event
red
was.
light. It was a red light.
It's not that hard to do. It's pretty easy.
They did it once, and then they never did it again. I swear it was because players said they felt it was distracting or something, bro.
Yeah,
and
I don't
that
know.
shit was always fucking insane to me.
Yeah, but listen, guys, we had 4 matches to go over today. I want to go through each and every one of them, kind of give everybody a recap of the day, give our thoughts, talk about the winners, talk about the MVP, and yeah, bro, we'll just wrap up the year and get ready for some roster mania. Let's lock in here and see what's going on and switch over to the first match of the day. We got Vancouver Surge going up against Movistar Koi. This one ended in a 3-2 last map grueler. You're gonna hear me say that a lot throughout these matches. Vancouver able to get the job done here. We start things off on a red card, hard point. Vancouver win that one 250 to 241, so a close map one. We hop back into a dealership S&D where Koi gets a 6-2 victory there. Over to the Vault Control, where we get an overtime win from Vancouver. Over to the Vault Hardpoint, where Koi tie it back up, 250 to 161. Great match from Koi there. Great map from them. I mean, it's Joe DeCeves on Vault. What else is there to say? And then we got a 5-5, a round 11 in the Protocol S&D to end it, where Vancouver were able to close it out. We'll scroll down, take a look here at the stat sheet. Everybody negative for Vancouver except for Abuza. Abuza with a 1.01. You had 04 with a 0.97 with 115 kills on the series. You had Nasty with a 0.88 and Neptune with a 0.94. On the other side, you had Joe DeCeves with a 1.17, Insight with a 1.13, and you had a 0.98 from Kleenex and a 0.94 from Abe. We'll scroll down and take a look at the match MVP. It's going to be Abuza with a 1.12 in Hardpoint, a 1.08 in Surge, and a 0.77 in Control. Ben, I want to go to you. Koi, they make a roster change. They bring Abe into the lineup. They get a good placement here this weekend, but it falls short here against the Vancouver Surge here in the last map. It was a grueler series. What are your thoughts, Benjay? What you think of the series?
I mean, I think it was just there were a lot of breakdowns today. I thought Vancouver did a good job of controlling most of that first map. Toronto answered back. The next two were pretty gritty, but I just think Toronto had an opportunity up. They were like up 4-3 and up 5-4 to maybe close it out. And then in that gritty round 11, the insane situation with the RC car. And then Nasty had almost one of the all-time scams I've ever seen. Abuza bailed him out in a 1v1 for the bread. What a series, man, to start off the day.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Nasty almost had probably one of the biggest scams in COD. I don't know if he meant to do it or not. He tweeted out and said that it was an accident. But even just the way that this ended with the car bomb and because it was a 3v2 in favor of Koi, and then I guess Joe DeCeves went to go shoot the car because it was chasing Abe, and the next thing you know, it's a 2v1 and Insight's all by himself. And you could kind of see you got Vancouver on the site here. They get the bomb down. Insight, he gets some info here. He knows they're here. But then as soon as he shoots, Nasty dolphin dives wide out into the open with 27 seconds on the clock and puts Insight in a 1v1 versus Abuza. And then Abuza, honestly, he was winning these fights on site against Insight all game long. He kept clutching up and icing up for the squad, and he does it yet again. What a big 1v1 gunfight there.
Game 5, round 11 is fucking insane.
Yeah, just the way that this all happened.
How is that guy making grand finals, bro?
And the car,
well,
too.
He fumbled his controller.
I think it was an accident. It was an accident. He said it was an accident.
There was a couple people doing that. I mean, it didn't really affect it. But Merc, I don't know if you guys noticed when we were watching him,
knifing all day.
He was putting a little too much pressure on his right stick, and that's probably why his shot's so good. But he kept meleeing, dude. That shit happens to people, man. Where you just fat finger.
Yeah. The fat finger. Maybe they're holding their controller a little bit too tight. But what about you, Pat? What did you think of the series? I mean, Koi, they made a run. They pick up Abe, but Vancouver is just a little too strong for him. Round 11, game 5, it was a nail biter. What are your thoughts, Pat?
Yeah, I mean, any game that goes round 11, game 5, I mean, teams are pretty fucking even. But I think I said it yesterday. I mean, Joe Deceives is problematic, bro.
Yeah, he's insane.
They clutched up. The big thing, I mean, it was nice to see Insight play well. Even though I still think he, I mean, my personal opinion is he should be on the chopping block. I think we saw some good stuff from Abe, but I think this Koi roster needs to look at upgrades. I feel like they've been bitten in the ass a lot all year long by like just not having the ability. But on the other side, Surge, they're just icy, bro. I mean, they've been icy all year long somehow. But yeah, it was a good dub.
Yeah, I mean, Sam, we'll go to you after that because Pat mentioned Insight, and we've talked about Insight a lot. And Sam, one thing you said this today on the watch party was, where has this Insight been all year? And I mean, bro, when Insight hits that go button, I've said this before too. Like, I love Insight when he's using that left stick, but when he's not using that left stick, sometimes I feel like he's not getting involved enough. What do you think about Koi and about upgrading, or do you think they should stay with Insight? I mean, Insight really did make a statement here, I think, this weekend and show that he could still play. Maybe the dynamic of the team is helping him out a little bit. I mean, what do you think is going on over there with Koi?
I kind of view it the same way I view Miami. Like, Metals was the one player that I think could have been upgraded going into this offseason. He played legitimately his best tournament of his life this weekend. And I think Jamie's in a similar way. I think he had a really good tournament. He legitimately won them their consolation match with a fucking streak in round 11. And yeah, I mean, it's I think it's fair criticism. Like, you could see the different gears that Jamie plays with from tournament to tournament. Sometimes he regresses into that like 15 and 15 minute and hill play style, and other times he's pulling out a sub and getting fucking twisted. And this was just one of those events. I thought he played great the entire time. It wasn't even just today.
But Sam, do you think one event, and this goes for any player, like I don't, especially at the end of the year, I don't ever think one event justifies a lackluster year and like is like a keep your spot event. Like I feel like,
well, it wasn't just the one.
Team,
he's had I think he's had like 2 or 3 good events this season. It's just like the in between is
yeah,
what
but I mean,
we've been
talked
harping
about
on.
it like on an average. I just feel like even if you have that like one event where like, damn, okay, you were great. If we had this all year long, like this would be great. I don't feel like teams can make like roster decisions based on shit like that. I still feel like if there's an opportunity to pack a punch, they have to take it.
They also have a different team dynamic now with Kleenex running in the flex and Abe on the team, so it could be different. Like we what the fuck? Who's calling me? Jesus Christ! Sorry.
That's your ringtone?
No, it's the default one. I don't know.
That's the default ringtone. I've never heard that shit in my life.
It's the default one for me, bro.
Bullshit.
I use a iPhone. Anyways, I don't care.
That's the default iPhone? Okay, go ahead.
That's an iPhone one. Anyways, what I was saying was it's a different team dynamic. Like, for all we know, like Insight could keep playing this good. So
yeah. I mean, you guys think? I mean, I guess it ultimately depends who they can get, right? I mean, I mean, if there's a clear upgrade, like if you could get somebody really good, then maybe it's like a no-brainer, right? But you know, I guess it ultimately depends on just kind of how roster mania plays out and who's available and what they can do. But at least Koi didn't make a roster change and they made a decision. Listen, I thought Abe was great. Obviously, Abe, he was on the Stallions early in the year with Merc, and you know, we found Abe a couple years ago in the ZooMAFIA subscriber raise challenges, and it was awesome this weekend just seeing him on stage and doing what we know he can do. I just think the aggression that he brings to the team. I mean, I know he had a .94 here, but you know, the impact and aggression that he brings, I feel like will help everybody else on the team. I feel like it'll make other people comfortable. He's a really easy player to play with. What did you guys think about Abe's performance over the weekend? You know, considering this is his first event. I mean, what'd you guys think? You guys think he played well?
Yeah, I think he played his ass off. I mean, he's, again, I've said it time and time again, which hats off to Toronto because they seem to just have an eye for who the fuck they want to pick up. But this is a really good spot for a rookie to be. Like, it helps you learn the game. I think they've been tried and true since MW19 that they know how to pick up a player and make them fucking phenomenal, or at least have a good eye for talent, like I said. And I think Abe found himself a really good team. I hope that, you know, they try to retain it because I'm a huge fan of the Joe and Abe duo. I think they work super well together. And I really like Toby on the flex. I know I don't know if people are 100% convinced by that or not, but I think just the pace in which those three play with, it's hard to deal with, especially when they're all playing well. So I like the Abe pickup. I hope that they retain him going forward. But I mean, obviously with all the shit that I'm sure is going to happen over the offseason, I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not.
Yeah, am I getting trolled? The whole chat spamming Kleenex tweet, and there's no Kleenex tweet. Are you guys on a fucking troll or something?
They're talking about a tweet where he said like, not sure what's next.
I've seen a couple of those today.
Yeah, I don't want to read too much in that tweet. I think the problem for Toronto is they have, slowly reduced the sort of salary they pay out on this team. And
that's every org, no?
Every org other than FaZe, Thieves, Optic, and Falcons probably this offseason. So because of that, you might be able to find an upgrade for some of these players, aka Jamie, but they may want to go elsewhere. And then once you go farther and farther down the list, is Jamie the best option? We'll see. They're just gonna have to be patient and see what happens with the squads that pay a little bit more.
It is interesting. His last sentence is interesting. Might be time to hang up the flex early. Did he not like running it? Bro, it looked like he was comfortable on the flex.
I don't know, man.
I think he's
just better, Tom.
I think he's just alluding to the fact that this roster mania is about to be insane. And when we wrap up all the team talk in terms of the matches, I'm sure we'll touch on it a little bit. This roster mania should be fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be nuts. There's no way everybody's not. I don't know about everybody, but I expect a lot of people to be changing. Let's just say that with the way that this year has played out. What happened, Sam?
Toronto.
I think it's going to be 11 teams.
Yeah, it might be. What'd you say, Chris?
I was gonna say Toronto and Surge, both these teams that are on here, literally are gonna have people at their door, knocking at their door.
I thought you meant one org is leaving.
I'll be surprised if it's not 11 teams. If I'll be really surprised.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But obviously, Koi, this is where they fall. They do play in another match for top 3. So we'll get there. But did you guys have any other thoughts on this series, on the first series of the day?
Not really. This was every time these two teams played all season, it was a fucking banger. So it was only fitting it ended with a game 5 round 11 for one last time.
Yeah, for sure. Anybody else want to say anything? All right, let's move on to the next series of the day. We got a matchup coming up against the Team Heretics going up against Optic Gaming. Personally, I thought whoever was going to win this series was going to go on to win it. And that's exactly what happened. We had Heretics. They fall 2-3 to Optic. This goes all the way down to a last map yet again. Skyline Hardpoint, 250 to 249 on the first map. That map was insane. I was on the edge of my seat at the end of that one. Then we go into a rewind to S&D, where Team Heretics, they win that one in the round 11. In my opinion, that's an Optic troll. Optic was up 5-1 in that map, and they end up throwing that one away. And then we go to the Hacienda Control, another overtime, where that one ended in a 3-2 in favor of Optic. Fun fact for you guys, this is the first time in Call of Duty history where we got a 250 to 249, a round 11 in the S&D, and an overtime in a Control. First time in COD history, which is just absolutely insane.
In CDL history, it may have happened in Black Ops 4.
I don't know. I just saw the tweet saying COD his CDL. All right, yeah. CDL history. CDL history. And then rewind to our point, 186 to 250 in favor of Optic. And then they complete the reverse sweep in the protocol S&D 6-3. Good plays coming in from Optic Game in a clutch up. We'll scroll down, take a look here at the stat sheet, and take a look at the other side. Pat, make sure you're taking a look at this.
I am. I see it. Mercury's the legacy saver. Most damage in the lobby.
Carpet for Optic Gaming, except for Shotzzy with a 1.12.
Tom, you gotta look over the damage category.
Yeah, we'll get there. We got a 1.12 with 103 kills in a series from Shotzzy. We got a 0.96 from Mercury's with 102 kills in a series. Shotzzy and Merc putting on a show. You had Hook with a 0.96, Dashy with a 0.98, and on the other side, you had 2 players positive. You had Real with a 1.03, you had Super with a 1.14, but you had a 0.92 from both Rancor and Metals. We'll scroll down, take a look at the match. MVP, and it's the superstar Shotzzy with a 1.28 in Hardpoint, a 1.13 in Search, and a 0.87 in Control. Pat, I want to start with you here. I want to get your thoughts. What did you think of the series? What did you think, Pat? What did you think here?
First off, before I go into the series, Tom, I want to talk about the stat line. And we've talked about this a lot. There's too many people that focus on KD here, Tom. As a player and as a teammate, I would, if you're, and I'll ask all of you this, I would much rather have the guy that's getting 1 less kill, but 1,000 more damage and 14 more deaths, putting way more pressure on the map, getting way more trades for the team, To me,
You'll say
context,
Whoa,
context,
That's
Let me
context
debatable.
matters.
That's
Let me
debatable.
finish. That to me is the MVP of a series, and I think, like I said, Merc is the legacy savior. I think he's saved multiple legacies on this team. Continues to put up phenomenal performance as he put up here, leading the team. By the way, Tom, in damage by over 1,000 compared
Dude,
to
you watch
Shotzzy,
the fourth
who
half
had
of
the
the series,
least,
Pat.
who was just getting like one-shot cleanup kills. That's why he had the least deaths on the team. But
This is why
going back. I'm not Ben. Like, hush,
Yes or
man.
no? Yes or
You're
no?
not-
Did you
you're not-
watch
you're-
it?
It's not your time, bro. The mic will
Hush.
come around. As far as the series goes, Tom.
Right now.
As far as the series goes, Tom. I mean, personally, I think Optic got a little lucky in this one. I'll be the first to say it. I mean, I thought this could have easily gone the way of the Heretics. I think the Heretics played great in this series. I know there was right. I think they tweeted like, we can't really blame the crowd. It's like their second event ever, but like I think there's a little crowd cheese in this one. I think the guys in Riyadh need to know when to be quiet in games. Kind of like Ben on the flank needs to know when to be quiet. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was a good series overall. Obviously, Optic clutched up in the end. The legacy savior doing what he does. But yeah, I mean, I think this is a nail biter through and through.
Okay,
for
well,
sure.
I want to go to Sam LaRue after that. Sam, I want to get your take on a series. Sam, what did you think about this series?
I thought there was only one series better than this one all year, and that was the final major one. This was without a doubt one of my favorite series that I've seen, man. Ant actually won them the series. I'll just go ahead and say that for sure. On
To a
map
man's
4.
opinion.
Yeah, you go solo break or rewind P4. Anyway, yeah, Ant played out of his fucking mind. Miami again, just they get to the precipice of success and they just can't seem to cross the finish line, unfortunately, to get to a final. I feel for the guys. I think they're an extremely talented team, and I think that this was absolutely a winnable series, but unfortunately they couldn't get there. But yeah, no, Ant was doing whatever the fuck he wanted this whole time.
Yeah, I think we can all agree he won them the map 4 and then took over in the map 5. He was 14-6 to close out the map 5. These unreal plays from Shotzzy. What about you, Christopher Duarte? What did you think of the series, Chris? It was a great series, probably one of the best series ever, honestly.
No, the series was amazing, but on the context of the damage and all that bullshit that Aches was spewing here, this is why watching is important and context matters. Because as you know, with an AR, you can take gunfights at all ranges, so you are naturally going to put down more damage. Shotzzy is a submachine gun, rarely pulls up the AR. He does sometimes. But anyways, that guy is the consistent route taker. So I'm not going to take his damage as a performance metric a lot of the time. That guy is constantly getting through. He is constantly disrupting the enemy team and making them look behind him. And if he doesn't play the way he does, this team would have lost. Not only the rewind.
Keep in mind, though, Chris just admitted yesterday that he had a sub-apocalypse. So he is looking for gifted. So keep that in mind with what he's saying. Keep that in mind,
please
guys.
give me some subs.
Go
But
ahead,
anyways,
go ahead.
I will say that Shotzzy is literally the most impactful player on this team. And yeah, Merc turned the whole season around, but he was filling in a gap for a teammate or an ex-teammate that was literally dropping 0.6s consistently. So yeah, it's amazing what Shotzzy can do when he gets more competent players on his team that are holding their own. And he can afford to take those routes. And he can afford to sacrifice maybe some damage to maybe make a game-winning play. He was constantly doing it in this series. And not only that, but when he did get to that game 5, you know what? You want to know what he was doing? And same with Merc. I'm going to give him his credit. They both dropped like 1.5s in that map 5, literally to secure them a game 5 victory, which both them and Heretics hadn't won. So
that's
if it wasn't,
Merc dropped
if
a
it wasn't
2.75, not a 1.5.
okay, sorry. Let me actually look at it again because
It's on screen. Tom,
okay,
sorry.
then not 1.5. Sorry,
2.7.
2.7, and 2.3, not a 1.5. Sorry, I was mixing stats up.
In that fucking map.
Yeah,
Dude,
so they
everything.
both dropped 2.5s,
Merc
2.7s, and Shotzzy dropped 14 kills, and he had the most damage, Pat. So yeah, I mean, Shotzzy was literally everything at the tail end of this series. Merc, I will say, also deserves his flowers. I think when you go back and listen to their listen-ins this weekend, and just that guy is the most composed player on the team. He literally speaks like a vet. He plays like a vet, and he's fucking disgusting. So, I mean, both of them deserve their flowers this tournament. They both played insane, and Shotzzy, yeah, that guy literally won them this series, and he's the reason why they were in the finals.
Yeah. Well, I did not have a subapocalypse, and I think everything revolved around Shotzzy, to be honest. And I've been saying this for years. when you build a team with Shotzzy on it, it revolves around him. He's the playmaker. He's the impact. He's, like you said, Chris, he's the one who takes the routes. He's the one who's entry fragging. He's the one who's being annoying on a map, like getting pushed up, switching lanes. They can't track him. Like, he makes everybody else's job easier. And I've been saying that for years. That's what makes Shotzzy a superstar, is that everybody plays around him. And it makes everybody, it makes everybody's life easier. I mean, when you have a player like that who has the talent to get in your face and stay alive, and be a nuisance on the map, the other team's got to worry about you at all times. And I think he was definitely a factor at Champs. He was a factor here, and I think that's why Shotzzy, you have to play around Shotzzy with the way that he plays. Go ahead.
That was a hashtag ad from an
I want to say
official
one
watch
more.
party.
I want to say one more thing. Just because I know, Tom, you've been on the tail end of this when you played. I don't think people realize how difficult it is to be the guy that is solo on the map,
It's
like
hard.
making a play.
No, I
or
do
when you
realize
get
how
that,
hard it is.
when you get that first kill on like a pinch or a play, like what you do next is potentially you winning the game or you throwing away that entire route that you just took, which is time burned on the clock for your team. And the way that he does it when he's on, because sometimes, listen, we've grilled Shotzzy here and there for his boneheaded plays, rightfully so. But when he's on, I mean, dude, guys win you the game.
Yeah, I've always
He's
said this,
insane.
though. Obviously, the boneheaded plays are bad, but I'll be honest.
At least he's making them.
Yeah, at least he's that's exactly what I was going to say. I'd rather have a player making plays than making no plays at all, right? Like, I hate players who don't make plays and just sit around and iron all day, and they're just scared to be an impact, right? Like, Ant's not scared to make a play, and, when you try and make a play, sometimes it'll work, and sometimes it won't, right? And I think that's just kind of how it is. Like, the more reps he gets throughout the year, the better he gets, and he can kind of...
But my problem, though, Tom, with you saying that, because I agree with you, but my problem is when he was trying to do that before the Legacy Savior was on the team, it didn't work. It required having Mercules, the Legacy Savior, to be on the roster to facilitate that opportunity. And I think I just don't want to downplay how impactful Mercules has been. I mean, it's been absolutely phenomenal. He turned this team around. Because Shotzzy was doing that all year long.
But the
Shotzzy
team
hasn't
game, no,
changed his
Pat?
play
Pat's a
style.
team game.
No, absolutely, team game. Yeah.
I mean, you need a well-rounded team.
Right. I'm saying Shotzzy hasn't changed what he's been doing all year long, right? He's been the same player through and through. It's working now because he's elevated due to the fact that Mercules is on this team.
Mercules is also just way more reliable. Like, if you want to get
fantastic, I
like,
agree.
I don't want to like sit there and like grill any of the old Optic members, but the way they were playing like post this roster change, and obviously due to external factors and whatever the fuck they were dealing with, like, dude, they were scamming left and right. Some people weren't even getting kills, so naturally his role is going to be diminished. Like, that guy is reliant on his teammates not dying and distracting the other team just as much as his teammates are reliant on him not dying and making a distraction. You see what I'm saying? It's a give and take at the end of the day.
Ben, what did you think, Benjay?
I mean, I think Pat's tripping, obviously. He's got CT, but that aside, I mean, I think the reason that Ant wasn't successful in making these plays is because they had someone dropping a fucking 0.8 every series until they got someone who can actually shoot back. Obviously, Ken,
0.6.
Obviously, Ken and Caesar are great players and struggled this year. And I think that space, to your point, it allows Ant to find those gaps and make plays. And if you watch Map 4 in the series, he was doing everything in his power to keep them in the rewind hard point. And then in the protocol S&D, he was everything as well. To me, it's a superstar player. That's an MVP player on the board.
Yeah, I think everybody else stepped up as well. I mean, Brucey had a great event. Hook had a great event. Merc, all of them. I mean, I think they play really well off each other. Their chemistry, just the end of the year, just bro, they're clicking right now. They're playing some of the best COD I've seen all year. And I do want to highlight the guys, some of the guys on the other side. I want to talk about Metals a little bit. I feel like Metals had an insane tournament.
This is the best tournament he's ever played.
He's another one where, like, I feel like stats don't tell the whole picture with this guy. Like, the way that he plays, the impact that he is on the map, he's got to be annoying to play against. I mean, he was all over the place, and he was winning so many fights. I just want to give Metals his credit because he's one who's kind of had up and downs with this team, and there's a lot of times where people have talked about maybe Metals losing his spot on his team. But I think he solidified his spot on the team. We'll get into the Merc 1v3 chat. I'll show it. Don't worry, guys. We'll get into it. But I do want to show Metals love. Would you guys agree that Metals stepped up and he deserves to keep his spot on the team after what he showed this weekend? And to be fair, even at Champs, I thought Metals played pretty well. So what do you guys think? Sam, we'll start with you.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, he flipped the switch events ago. Ever since was it after that post game where he said he figured it out. Literally since that point to now, he's been extremely consistent. And again, he just played without a doubt his best tournament ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a clear upgrade here. I think this team is phenomenal. They couldn't put it together to make a grand final, unfortunately, but that's not because they don't have the talent. They just couldn't. They kept beating themselves in the majority of these series.
Yeah.
This team's an anomaly though, because even if there is an upgrade, like I don't know if they're like who they can pick up is super limited. It's not like this team can pick up Simp. Like it's not gonna work. So yeah, I mean, I don't think
wouldn't work. Their English is pretty good.
They literally are still calming in Spanish. They're all in like. What do you mean?
Their English is pretty good.
They have the ability to.
English.
I just think they're gonna have a full Spanish squad forever.
I think the problem is they might not be able to.
Do you not think they would?
Also, here's the issue, Pat. Is I asked around, and because I was curious going into the season, like how much these guys are actually getting paid, and they're not actually getting paid as much as you think. I think the difficulty is a bunch.
You're watching.
No, but it's important to my next point, which is I think that again, considering the Thieves and FaZe situation, the Falcon situation, a couple of their guys put up all-star level performances this season, and I think they're going to be sought after. So on the Heretics side, look, I think they can keep the team together, but they're going to have to scale up the salary compensation of these guys in order to match what's going to be out there on the market. And look, maybe the guys want to stick together, and they're going to put all that aside and just say, look, like we'll make less money. We got the prize money side, but it's. I'm really curious to see what happens here because I think their team could get kind of.
Well, are they free or restricted? Like, what's their? Are their deals up?
Rail's the one in particular I'm curious about because of his carryover. I would assume Super and Rencor are probably still contracted, right? Metals might be free too, but I just don't know if they re-signed anything new this year, unfortunately, because none of that information is public.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure what's going on with that, but I don't know if you guys saw what Real tweeted after the match, but he said, appreciate all the support during the season. Don't know what's going to happen, but love y'all. Hashtag take my vamos.
I mean, bro, money talks. Like, if these guys want to get paid, they obviously are going to have to leave this org. It's that simple.
Yeah, probably. Because I don't see that but I mean, not every organization can pay big though, right? Like those organizations that are paying big, Pat, it's gonna be hard to get those offers.
Hold on, you guys act like
that deserve spots. On
they're a big size org. Like I don't think they're broke. I just think they got to figure out if that makes economic sense for them. So like, I mean, they're gonna have to probably. I mean, FaZe and Thieves level players, from what we know, get paid what, like around $200K a year. I would assume the Miami guys are probably at best with incentives, maybe in the low hundreds, maybe less than that. So you're talking about like, what I'm saying, like double all of that. So we shall see. If they invest in and they're willing to bump up all the guys, then I think they can keep the team together. If not, then we could see.
Rencor said the same thing. He said the same thing in his tweet. He said, I'm not sure what will happen in the future, but it will be good for sure. Love y'all. It sounds like they all want to go their separate ways. That's what it sounds like. Maybe they're trying to.
Maybe they all just want to get paid individually.
Maybe they don't want to do it anymore. Which is I don't know. I just find it weird. Like if these guys do want to leave or something happens, man, I think it's gonna be looking rough for Heretics as a whole, as an org. I don't know who they're gonna be able to bring over and kind of put together, but. I mean, we'll just have to kind of wait and see on that. But I just thought it was interesting that Rencor and Real tweeted that. I pulled up the Shotzzy ace that you guys saw on the screen, but I do want to pull up the Mercules 1v3 because this 1v3 was insane. Let's go into a live listening here and tune into the 1v3 here.
First, Dashy still trying to hang on towards this trophy. A tower, but Super puts him in the dirt. Mercules, though, proactive as you could ever imagine. Oh, finds at least one trade. Now has an SMG to work with. Tries to change things up. Has his health back and will reset the fight to the 1v2.
Head on a swivel now if you're the Heretics. The bomb is going to get planted. There's the rookie. Have an insane momentum.
Nade over the back. Not going to tag. Has he beat the timing here? Finds the first. Looking for the 1v1. Once again off the reset. Oh! A 1v3 for Mercules! Unbelievable!
He does not shy away from the moment. He is here to be in it. A rookie.
The guy's doing the shush. He needs to shush himself, bro.
What did you guys think? That was disgusting. That was the way that he was able to play his life after each kill and just dip and weave and get out of there. His decision making is so quick. He's so quick with it. It was a fucking that was insane. And you got to think instead of the game going 4-4, Optic go up 5-3. It's a big round. 5-3 looks a lot different than 4-4. So just a very, very big round there. Big 1v3 from Merc. I mean, what a play. What a play from Mercules there. Any thoughts on a 1v3 there? You guys got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, it was fucking disgusting. And the crowd was an L. Thankfully, they fixed it.
Yeah.
Crowd for that series specifically was bad.
Okay, so let me explain what happened, though. Okay, on the rewind S&D, Mercules went to go ninja defuse the bomb with like 17 seconds left, and the crowd erupted, and it made Heretics check the bomb. So I think that pissed off the Optic fans that were in the venue, so they started doing it back in the next match. Now, obviously, growing up, what do they always say? 2 wrongs don't make a right, right? The whole crowd was wrong. But I think that's what happened. I think there was some crowd beef going on. I just don't understand why the crowd just can't be quiet in certain situations like that. I saw Hector tweet out that they should get a megaphone or something, and I did get an update from people that were in the venue. Zeke Carbone actually called in during the watch party, and he said that after that happened, they went on the speakers in the venue and said, please don't yell or scream during plants or diffuses. Like, they came on and made a big announcement after that. And it seemed better after that series. It did seem better, but maybe they should make that a more common thing at every event. Like, maybe put up some signs or something, like, please don't cheer during this or during that. Like, maybe they should put up.
It should just be a known thing in esports.
Yeah,
that's really all it is.
Well, one thing, if you ever watch some of the arena events when it happens, Miles is actually really good at like very sneakily kind of doing the PSA like mid-cast. And I can remember the one clean incident that I can remember was in Vanguard. It was one of the first events of the year at ESA, and it got so bad that at one point, either Friday or Saturday, Hector walked out and said, "Yo, between the breaks, y'all need to lock in and make sure that we're not spoiling for the teams." And then people were pretty good about it. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, obviously the crowd cheese, it sucks, right? Like, I don't even think the players want the crowd cheese. I was talking to Ace about that. I was talking to some CS pros about this. I was talking to Apex and Nico, and they were talking about the crowd cheese in CS, and apparently, like, there's nothing in CS that they can do about it, and they just have to play off of the sound cues. And they were telling us that an AWP has literally like superpowers because with the AWP, like, they roar when people start getting close to like the corners and stuff. And people have to kind of play off the crowd, like if somebody's like hopping on a bomb and the crowd roars, like for instance, if Merc hops the bomb and they start roaring, he needs to play for maybe getting off of it. Like, they're gonna check it, which is cheese. I agree, it's cheese. They have to try and figure out a way to fix that. And if the crowd is gonna be lame, then the players have to try and figure out a way to use the crowd to their advantage. And that seems like something that pros might have to start thinking about.
Can observers turn X-ray off, like while they're on a POV with just a button press?
Yeah, but I don't think the issue is the X-ray. The problem is people are seeing the mini map. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's
I'm saying like
obviously
the crowd is the problem, but I'm wondering if there's a way for observers to have a workaround where like they spectate the player who's not on the bomb, like the opposing team player, and then turn off X-ray on their POV.
No, let's not talk about booths, guys. Players should not be in booths, guys.
The boots thing will not happen because you have to, due to regulations, especially in the US, the boots have to be retrofitted with a lot of stuff. Otherwise, your event will not get approved by the fire marshal. And if it does not get approved, you can't run an event.
Yeah, it's a fire hazard, and it's hot as fuck, and it smells like shit in those booths. I used to walk into the booth and be, who the hell ripped ass in this booth? Because I literally couldn't breathe in those booths. I swear, I could not breathe. So, hey, brother.
We know who it was, Dufarte.
Yeah, probably me. I farted in those booths during my time for sure. Not gonna lie.
But yeah, listen, man. Optic, they played a great series against Heretics. I thought whoever was winning this, personally, I thought Heretics should have took the first map, but it was only close because Shotzzy made a play and snuck through on a P2 at the very end, and somehow was just staying alive the whole P2, just switching lanes and being a disruption. And Heretics were able to close it out, but the rewind S&D, I mean, that was Optic's map. I mean, they went up 5-1 there, and they kind of threw that one away. But they did bounce back and they were able to win the series. And then after this, I mean, I just expected for Optic to go all the way. And obviously they look great here today. They're playing some really good COD. Heretics played really good COD. We will be seeing Optic again in the grand final. So we'll kind of touch on the rest of Optic later. But any final thoughts with the Heretics in this series? Any thoughts at all?
I mean, you're just gonna look back on that third round after they got those kills mid-map and Optic was able to flood out a lobby and now went around like...
Dude, I'm heartbroken for them, bro. They've lost Game 5 twice at Champs to get knocked out, and they lost Game 5 at EWC to get knocked out. They just did not have the ice, bro. They're like a better version of Rocker.
Oh, the thing is they actually did have ice because they were like 9-3 this season in games decided by less than 10 points. It just when it mattered, like in these series, in order to win the big ones, they just couldn't do it, especially today.
Yeah. Anybody else? Sam, you got any final thoughts about Optic and the Heretics series? I mean, it's a great series. Probably one of the best ever.
I think, I mean, it's kind of just what I said. I feel for the Miami guys. They had the talent, and I was rooting for them all year. And honestly, I hope that they run it back, but I have an inkling that they're just going to get scrapped for parts. I'm sure Rancor he's going somewhere.
Yeah.
That guy's godlike.
He is unbelievable.
That guy's insane, bro.
He had a good enough year to be on LAT, FaZe, whatever.
What happened today with the power play was literally nuts. They were down 1-5. We needed 7 for the power play, and Rancor had 2 when they were down 1-5. And then they brought it all the way back, and he got like just fucking 8 more kills. It was fucking insane. I've never seen anything like that.
A nice backdoor cover for the boys. W
Yeah,
picks.
no, it was no. Ben actually flex played it, so he didn't hit the power play. He hit a flex
I
play.
made another power play and that hit. So you know what I'm saying?
But you
Don't matter,
did,
Tom. We're still out here
Pat. We
testing.
made a play together, and this fool flex played it without telling me. He made changes without telling me. Isn't that crazy?
It's still all
I
4
mean,
legs
dude,
still
that's just about Ben move.
That's a Ben J move. That's a Ben J move
because,
right there.
No, because I've been cashing all weekend because all of your picks have been going 3 for 4. So while you didn't hear stacking out,
Wait, Tom, was your
Not
bet
today,
amount the same?
motherfucker. Not today. What happened,
Was your
Pat?
bet amount the same?
I put $200. I made 2,000. I made.
What was your bet amount, Ben?
I made 450 today.
What was the bet amount on that bet that you flexed?
I think I put 20 on that, and I put 20 on the other one. That one.
Tom, you can't be doing same bets when he's going 1/10 the amount as you, bro.
I don't got that kind of coin. I'm working within reason. Bet
He's
gambling.
not got the confidence you have,
shit.
Tom.
All right, we'll talk about that later. W picks in the chat, absolutely. But let's get into the next series. Now, this was a third place matchup here. There was also $80,000 on the line. So, you know, $20,000 each extra for these players. I mean, this was a big matchup. For $20,000 each, yeah, I'm going hard. And it was
Damn,
cool.
imagine we had that at DC.
I played you for $100
$100 and 10
for
pro
top
points.
6.
Brother, I won an event and we made $2,500 each. 10,000 was the prize pool.
Yeah, that was the prize pool. Yeah.
But it's
I played Pat for top 6.
No,
for
but consolation
match.
having a 20K per difference is insane.
But let's take a look here at Koi going up against Heretics. Now, I didn't know who was winning this series, but this was another one that goes all the way down to a map number 5, round 11. So another nail biter. We start things off with a vault hardpoint 250 to 245 in favor of Koi in that one. Then a dealership S&D 6-3 to the team Heretics. I want to say Miami Heretics so bad. And then Hacienda control. Koi win that one in the overtime 3-2. Heretics bounce back 250 to 169 in the Skyline hardpoint. And then, of course, the round 11 Hacienda surge where Koi were able to close it out. Let's take a look here at the stat sheet. A 1.20 from Rancor. But then the rest of his team, negative. You had a 0.98 from Super, a 0.96 from Real, and a 0.98 from Metals. Great plays coming in from Rancor, but it just wasn't enough because on the other side, you had a 1.01 from Kleenex, over 100 kills in a series, a 0.95 from Abe, a 0.93 from Insight, and a 0.97 from Joe DeCease. We'll take a look at a match MVP. It's going to be Toby. It's going to be Kleenex with a 0.86 in hardpoint, a 0.87 in search, and a 1.41 in control. Kleenex, your match MVP for this one. Chris, we'll start with you in this one. This was obviously for a third place finish, so for some extra cash. I think we got to see Koi, just more reps of Koi. I mean, for them to take down a team like Team Heretics, I think it was good to see for Koi. I think even they thought that maybe they could have went all the way this event, so this was a good statement match for them. Maybe it saved their roster. Maybe they don't make any team changes after this. I mean, Chris, what'd you think of the series?
It was a good series. Insight won them that last map. He played insane. But overall, I mean, just for the Heretics, like the icing on the cake, bro. It's just another game 5 loss for them and another 6-5. So, yeah, I feel bad for them. But at the same time, it is a consolation match. And I know it's worth a lot of money, but I could imagine it's probably still so much harder to get your head in the game after knowing you're pretty much eliminated from the tournament, which also sucks. But I mean, at the very least, the series was entertaining, regardless of, the context of the tournament. And yeah, I mean, they both played good. Just Toronto edged it out.
Mm-hmm. Sam, what about yourself? I mean, Koi, they came in, they got the job done. Another close series. I mean, another nail biter. Crazy COD today. What you think?
I feel so bad for Miami.
Yeah, it's a
The amount
rough
of
way to
game
go out.
5 round 11s, like Jamie had a ninja streak for the round 11 for the Hossie, because I think based on the play call that Miami had, I don't think that they fully knew. Jamie was getting thrown in every clutch imaginable in this game 5, and I mean he
Winning them all.
I mean,
yeah,
they
he
should
did
have
it all.
known. Sam, they should have known he had a streak. They should have played this
They
differently.
should have, but
He's on a
based on this
9
play
spree.
call, the only 2 play calls that I think you can have on an offense on this map playing around a streak is an insta plant or you play mid.
Yeah.
Play mid, you don't get streaked. Obviously, insta plant, you force the issue. And it looks like there's just hesitation today, so that's what makes me think that they didn't know. But obviously, Jamie made the play, had the streak, and they get knocked out. And Boston did the same thing to them, right? On a protocol. Was that Boston or was that Miami? Do you guys remember that when it was
It
like
was
I think
Boston.
Snoopy or
dude.
somebody had a
ran
ninja streak?
mid-map.
Purge
Dude.
was just sitting bottom and got 2.
It is the most like heartbreaking thing for Miami, dude. Genuinely, I feel for him, dude. That fucking it sucks.
Yeah, that
Losing
sucks
like
for
this
sure.
as many times as they have.
Yeah, especially the way that they're losing. Like the way that they're losing, bro. Like they got to be losing hair, bro. Like they got to be losing composure. I feel bad for them as well. But hey, Koi clutched up and they did what they had to do. I mean, Pat, what'd you think of the series, Pat? This is where Heretics, they lose. They get a 4th place finish. Koi gets a 3rd place finish. Any final thoughts, Pat, on Koi and Team Heretic as a roster?
No, I mean, as an org, they gotta scrap this Koi shit, bro. Just keep the Ultra brand. But I thought Heretics was gonna like smoke them. Originally when obviously they lost in the winter bracket. But yeah, I mean, more resilience out of Toronto. Go Deceives. I'm surprised though. I want to go back about Kleenex. I'm surprised that he said he doesn't know about the flex. I thought he played well on the flex.
I don't think that's what he's alluding to, though, Pat.
What do you mean? What's he
I think
alluding
he's alluding to the fact that Roster Mania is about to pick apart every roster known to man that is not Optic, and these teams are going to be mixed up, and he'll probably be looked at as a sub.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about that for a second. Like, and we've talked about this before. When we say roster mania, they're gonna pick. Like, there's only so many spots available that are gonna be picked apart. Okay, let's say there's 2 spots on Thieves, right? And let's say we don't know about FaZe, but either way, those players majority are still gonna play together and be on those orgs. So where is the money coming from that is going to be picked apart? Like, okay, yeah, we can maybe say Falcons because they're an anomaly. But outside of them, like, I still think the players that are currently on FaZe and Thieves, like, are still going to be teaming together or
maybe.
together.
I mean, like
there's still 4 orgs that have money that can pick apart.
That's a maybe though. It's like it really depends. Like we can talk about it like this. Like, okay, let's say the AR spot or the flex spot. Would you value Draza there more, Redcore there more, or Kleenex there more? Like, for example, if you were to pick up a flex, I'm just like spitballing here.
Yeah,
who do you value more?
I'm saying, yeah, there's obviously there's going to be people picked apart, but I'm saying it's not going to be like a full collapse of these teams.
Yeah. No, fair enough.
It's just not enough. There's not enough teams to go around.
At the very least, though, the fact that Kleenex did play good on a flex, I think puts more value on him as a player, because that just means if a team is looking for either or, like, he can be easily on both.
Yeah.
So
His stock is probably equally as high regardless.
Kleenex stock is definitely high, bro. Kleenex is insane. He played great too, and I agree, Chris. Like if he could do multiple roles, like if he could do both roles, I mean, who wouldn't want that on their team, right? Like you could kind of, I just feel like you could do more with that, right? But Sam, what do you think? I mean, final thoughts on Koi and Heretics. Final thoughts as these orgs, these teams as rosters, maybe some roster changes. I mean, what do you think, Sam?
I think definite roster changes. Like I said, there's just too many moving pieces at the top of the league, and I think it's just going to trickle down into these guys. And I actually disagree with Pat. I don't think that if FaZe and Thieves make changes that those players will stay there. I think that there's a real world, like I said, with Ringcore, like you go to Vancouver, some of those guys can end up there. I think 04 is a great shout. Like there's a world in which those players are not just exclusively on those teams. So
yeah, but those guys are going to go where the money's at, no?
What do you mean?
Like the people on FaZe and Thieves, like they're gonna still want to go to where the money is.
Yeah, of course. But at the same time, I don't think they just don't want to play together.
Vancouver or Minnesota or Miami or Ultra.
I mean, that all depends if they're willing to put in more.
If there's an org that starts with an F and ends with an S, I might have something to say about that.
Yeah, I said Falcons is the one anomaly that will get players based on money, but I'm saying the majority of orgs, like if you look at the league right now, if you're a player, you still want to be on Thieves or FaZe or Optic or Falcons other than any other org in the league.
But the thing is, though, who's to say those orgs don't want to pay more now, and they just all those players that they could have got were just locked away. You know what I mean? It's not like the fact that they're not willing to pay enough for X player doesn't mean they're not gonna pay enough for, let's say, fucking one of the superstars that's going to be available. They were just locked away.
I still think the most money is going to go to those 4 orgs, though.
Yeah, I mean, probably. You're probably right. I'm just
What's up, Ben? What are you trying to say, Ben?
Every roster mania we've had, other than year 0, there's usually been about, if I remember correctly, at least 2 teams, if not 3 teams sticking. Or we had 3. For 2019, we had a couple. Like, this is the first one where it's probably just going to be 1. And I think, to Chris's point, like, there's an opportunity here where maybe like a G2 and Minnesota Rocker, for example, says, look, maybe we should step up what we're investing in because we have an opportunity to get this duo or trio of really good players and get them in, and we can actually like build a championship team around that. So I'm very curious this roster man how it goes down, because that could be like a real weird twist on it as far as how the talent gets distributed.
Bro, I feel like
LAG was putting in a serious bid for the LAT team.
Yeah. So that we haven't talked about gentlemen. They might.
Like maybe a lot of these,
that was almost a midnight steal out of Gotaga. So like that.
I feel like a lot of these teams don't want to spend the money, but if the opportunity does come to get some of these players, maybe they'll splurge. You know, like maybe they will try and spend the money to get some of these guys. I mean, ultimately it depends, like if it's even possible. Right? I think a lot of these top players, all they care about is playing with other top players. Right? I don't even know if a lot of these people care so much about what work they're playing for, as long as they have the team they want. Right? Like.
And the money.
And the contract, right?
You guys know how it goes, especially in a roster mania like this. It's going to be a lot of combos of people doing and trioing up, and then they're going to shop around from there. To your point, like, the org may not matter. I think what's more important is people trying to pair up with other people so that they have a stable thing. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being a single, like looking to figure out some spot and a looking for 3 or looking for 2 situation, you're trying to look from a couple of different offers. We'll have to see, based on the rumors that come out over the next couple of days, what those mini squads look like and where they're potentially heading.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anybody else have any final thoughts on these 2 rosters? Heretics, they get a 4th place finish. Koi with a 3rd place finish. Next is the grand finals. Any other thoughts, guys?
Nope.
Alrighty, let's hop in to the last and final match of the weekend of the year. We got Optic Texas going up against the Vancouver Surge, and this one wasn't even fucking close. Vancouver, they got stumped on like a little bug on the floor. Rewind hard point, 250 to 236. That was the only close one where Optic were able to get the job done, because after that, it was a wipe. Protocol S&D 6-1 Optic. Protocol Control 3-1 Optic. Hacienda Hardpoint 250 to 118 Optic. Wasn't even close here in the grand final. We'll take a look here at the stat sheet and see what's going on. You had a 1.04 from, a 1.05 from 04. The rest of the team negative, a 0.88 from Abuza, a 0.92 from Nasty, and a 0.75 from Neptune, which you don't see often. He was 8-27 to end that map number 4. It was not good from him in that last one. On the other side, you had Big Brucey Dashy with a 1.48 in the grand final of EWC. What a series from Big Brucey here. Just putting on a show. Most damage by a long slide as well. You had Hook with a 0.99, Mercules with a 1.08, and Shotzzy with a 0.98. We'll scroll down, take a look at the match MVP. I mean, it's got to be Brucey, right? I mean, I'm not signed in, but I know for a fact it's Dashy. There's no way he didn't get match MVP here. If he didn't, then there's a problem going on with Breaking Point. But a great series from Bruce. Great series from Optic. I definitely think we got to talk about Vancouver a little bit. What is going on with these guys? Why can't they close in a grand final? I mean, listen, guys, it's not even that they can't close in a grand finals, but they can barely win maps in a grand final. Are they crumbling?
Bro, the amount of times I saw 0 and 4 on these Breaking Point fucking sheets after the grand final, he's got to change his name. No bullshit.
You think so?
He's got to change his name. He's got to change it to 4-0 or something.
Yeah, maybe that. But now they're 0. But what's the grand? Isn't it 05 now? Yeah, aren't they 0-5 now, or is it what is it?
No, bro, they just get
including the minor 0-5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, bro. I don't know what's going on with Vancouver, but every time they get to the grand finals, they really struggle. I mean, they're a great team, and they've played other great teams well. But when they get to the grand finals, they crumble. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a mentality thing. I don't know if it's a nerves thing. Obviously, Optic was the better team, but I would have liked to see them compete a little bit more. Like, I expected Optic to win. And I also called a 4-0 before the series started. I just thought that these matches would be a little bit more of a grueler. I mean, these matches weren't even close. I mean, they were getting ran. Maybe they just ran out of gas. I mean, Duarte, what are your thoughts, Duarte? What do you think?
I mean, bro, they were talking about blitzing the enemy team every single match, and this time they're the ones that got blitzed. It was
Optic
bad.
hit an 80-yard go ball right up the middle, brother.
Yeah, they got ran down, bro. It was not close at all. I think none of the maps were close. Yeah, it was bad. I mean, I don't really got much more to say, bro. Like, we talked about Surge, we talked about Optic a lot. They're just outclassed. I know they showed a lot more life in the grand finals of champs, but they just fell flat on their ass, bro.
Mm-hmm. Sam, what did you think? I mean, Vancouver, they fall flat again. I mean, we're probably expecting. I mean, I know you said all 11 teams are changing, but surely Vancouver are making some changes here, Sam. There's no way they silver surfed the whole year. I'm sure they're looking to get that championship.
I mean, if you rival the FaZe Vanguard season, you're definitely making roster changes. I want to give them their flowers, but at the same time, I'm just pissed off. So, like, I also want to cook them just because, I mean, we've had tournament after tournament of them showing up, and they won 3 maps in grand finals this entire season, and they've made 4 of them. So,
Crazy.
Like I said, I want to give them their flowers. I want to sit here and say that they're a great team, which they are. You know, they're the most consistent team this season to get to each and every one of those. But fuck me, man. Like, just watching them roll over and die every time when I'm just hoping for entertaining finals to match the tournament that we had, which EWC was obviously incredible, and to have that as the final yet again kind of sucks. But I mean, each one of these guys made incredible strides as players, so they can hold their heads high there. But fucking hell, man, win a map, please. Shoot back, god damn.
Yeah, they're having a hard time winning maps. I mean, Benja, you have any idea what it is? You got any thoughts on Vancouver not being able to win maps in the grand finals? I mean, what do you think?
I don't know, but the players are going to have good answers, because I think when these guys, get hit up by some other people in the league, essentially team, as they get poached away, like, they're going to need a good answer if those people are like, yo, what's going on there? Because it is a bit of a red flag if these guys can't close right. They don't have the ability to be a championship player, just be player to get second place. So I just don't know. It has to be a mentality thing, because they are generally fairly icy outside of these grand finals. So
Do you think do you think these guys are going to be the team that gets poached though? Like, when I look at this roster, I don't
absolutely. I think Abuza and 04.
But I'm saying, like, I still wouldn't put them as like the top individual play. Like, I still think Rancor and Super like come before them in those conversations. Like, these guys were a good team, but I don't know if they're going to be like individually poached players.
I think they're all in the same realm. I wouldn't put Rancor. I mean, maybe I would put Rancor over them, but I think that both of these guys, Rancor, Super, I mean, I don't know their contract situations, but I think that 04 is insane. I think that Obuz is insane. I think Nasty was really good. I think Nasty was incredibly underrated. Even with their success, I still don't think people are giving him the flowers that he deserves. So I think
he's often diving out round 11 though.
But he's made
gotta take some flowers away, bro. Because like the point is the same play that, like, it's a mentality thing, bro. This when you make plays like that, it also like adds to like being 0-4 in finals. Like, those are like clutch time collapsible plays, bro. And for a lot of players, it's either you have it or you don't. Like, that's just how it's always been. And yes, some players can get better at those moments, but like, for the most part, those are like, you either got it or you don't. And I don't have anything against Nasty. I'm just saying, if I'm another team looking at, like, roles I need to fill, like, I want a dog on my roster. I don't want someone that, like, I can't trust not to collapse in the moment. And obviously he's good. He's made, grand finals all year, but still.
I think the difficulty for Nasty is he is, and we've talked about it a bunch, like, I think Cap said it once, he's like an 80 overall player. He's like clearly a top tier role player in the league. He's made 5 of 7 grand finals in the calendar year. That doesn't happen by accident across 2 different squads. I just think he's not going to be considered over the superstar ARs that are out there in the league. So let's see if, he sticks in this Vancouver situation, they build around him, or he's a role player in one of these new squads that forms up.
Okay, I do want to talk about Optic a little bit more as well. Listen, there have obviously been a lot of talk about Simp and Hydra or whatever, maybe Scrap or some superstar players potentially going to this roster. I have talked about time and time again not touching this Optic roster, and I mean, with the way that this team closed out the year, I would not touch this team personally.
If they make roster changes, they're smoking crystal.
They're smoking. They're smoking fucking dope. And when I said this, people were saying that I was coping. People were saying, Cope, you just don't want to lose Simp. So I wanted to hear your guys' opinions because coming from my mouth, it's coping. So what do you guys think? Should they make a change? Yes or no?
Keep Simp. If I'm Optic,
Absolutely not.
keep Simp, brother.
Bro, Kyle, if you listen to their listenings,
Kyler's
Kyler is
everything.
doing his best Sam Octane human turret fucking human UAV fucking impression. I think you replace him with Simp, and Chris's comms are solid, but not at that level. Like, someone's gonna have to step up. I think you don't disrupt what's working down the stretch here.
You just won the 2 back-to-back, the biggest tournaments of the year in 1 year. You just picked up Merc, and that guy changed the whole dynamic of the team. I think Shotzzy and Hook have been working together well. Dashy's playing some of his best COD. Yeah, the game can change, but like, bro, we were talking about how like the way they've played COD the last 2 events is some of the most dominant fucking gameplay we've ever seen. It's like it's
But
genuinely
do you think that
really
only
clean.
translates on BO6 though? Because I actually think the only thing that matters in this conversation is the game.
I
Like,
want to
genuinely,
say
that's my big. The
wanna
game is what
say-
would matter to whether you make a change or not.
I mean, my only question mark is just Kyler because we know this game fits him. We talked about it at the beginning of the year, but my like thing is I've seen him elevate his gameplay this entire year. The way he comms, especially, is just so much better now that like he's like almost like their in-game leader a lot of the time. He's making sure that shit gets picked up, and I mean, I just think it's working for him. I think they'd give it another shot.
I mean, what's the alternative, Pat? You just don't know.
I mean, you, like,
Right?
don't get me wrong. Yeah, you don't know most of the time, but like, you obviously don't fucking. You go into this like you don't change, but like, I think you still have the conversation if you have the opportunity to get like another generational player to extend that run. Like, and the reason I say that is obviously I've always said like you always pack a punch, but like, I mean, Kyler has done more than earn his spot on this team for years to come after this year. But it's like, we just don't know if we're going to have another BO6 game. Obviously, if we're running it back on BO6 game, no question you keep the roster. But like, if you go to like an MW3 style game, like,
but you just
feel
don't
like
know. That's what I'm saying.
No, I know,
Like, you
but
don't know.
I don't know how long like players like winter players. We talked about this roster mania before. Like, this shit usually doesn't happen right away. Like, it gets extended. I don't know how many players have solved the new game or played the new game. Like, I'm not obviously involved with that, but yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it's tough to like say like, you know, if Hydra's available, do you take that option? Because that could be the difference of like, regardless of what the game is, they run the season next year. You know, because
They won't be available though.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, but this is a hypothetical of if the fucking player.
The way that I'm looking at it is that the talent, because you would want to do it strictly from a talent perspective at that point, right? Like if you
talent and consistency thing, yeah.
You can't argue consistency after the season, but
You can argue consistency based on the game, though. Like Kyler obviously was godlike consistent on this game, but like if you look,
he was always consistent in other titles as well. He just made brain dead plays sometimes.
Well, yeah, he was consistent on the stat sheet, but not necessarily in his play style. But like,
of course, and I think that this year
and the game decides
he gets enough grace off after this season. But I'm saying where my original point was, like, you would be making the quote unquote skill upgrade for Kyler or consistency, whatever argument you want to use. But I think that there would be such a cascade within the team that changes things, such as like Shotzzy changing the way that he has to play the game. Now he's not as comfortable as he is to be able to make the plays that he's been making, or changes how Brandon plays. Maybe he has to move a little bit more than he does before because he's not
depending on the
as
game that
aggressive
can
as
happen anyway,
Kyler.
though, right?
Of course, but I'm saying, like, why mess with it?
I'm saying
even
you
if the
don't.
game is
Right
different,
now,
even if the game
right
is
now you're
different.
staying the same, obviously.
Even if the game is different.
But once you
let's
get
not
information, I think you
sugarcoat
have
it,
to make you have to have the conversation.
Go ahead,
Boys,
Ben. What
let's
are you going to
not-
say, Ben?
Let's not sugarcoat it. Like, if you listen to their listenings, brother, like their small talk is with some of their guys like Dashy and Shotzzy, like their small talk is okay. I just think if you were to make that swap, no one is going to step up and really, really IGL the level that Collar's doing, and you just got to hope and pray at that point that that's okay on that title.
Bro, that
Otherwise,
guy-
you're gonna see what happened at the beginning of the year where they're just misreading spawns, making mistakes, gaps, lanes are getting picked up. I think right now they have the perfect comp, and they've always had the skill to win events. I just don't know why you would make a change. Now, if you want to go pick up a substitute player in a hedge, Optic generally doesn't do that, but feel free. Like, that would be a good protection against your downside.
Pick up a
But
Halo guy.
I really don't. I just don't see the wisdom in just like chasing more talent here.
Bro, listen,
I don't think Kyler's getting enough credit here, bro. That guy's literally the most aggressive player on the
He's
team,
insane.
and
Kyler's
he's
insane.
dictating like what needs to be done, what needs to be picked up, and literally giving his teammates important comms like the entire time.
He was godlike all year long. No one's arguing that. I'm just saying, bro, like the problem that I think people struggle with is when you have these conversations, you're not having them in the present. You're thinking about a year from now. And I think it's really hard for a lot of players and fans to kind of understand and like take like the take you out of the moment and look at it. Like when we dropped fucking Clay, like for Damon, I wasn't thinking, what are we going to look like next event? And I think that's the problem is you have to look further out. Like if this team wants to go on a generational run, regardless of the title, there's no guarantee of that with their current roster because other teams are going to upgrade. As a franchise right now, Optic knows every fucking org is going, or not every org, but every org wants to make the team to beat this roster. They are all going to upgrade. Every single one of them are going to try to get better. And one of them is going to most likely put together the God Squad. And what I'm saying is if you have the opportunity to not only disrupt that, but potentially improve your team and give yourself a better opportunity regardless of the game, you have the conversation. I'm not saying they go
I know what you mean. You can kill two birds with one stone is what you're saying.
Think about
what did Hector say?
He said, I'm right here.
But keep in mind, Optic also wasn't gonna make a move for Merc, so they're most likely gonna stick no matter what, because they weren't even gonna make a change to drop who they have Skies or whatever to pick up Merc, so they're obviously gonna stay. I'm just saying you have to take your
I see your point, but I just don't think it's realistic.
With the chemistry they have, they should not do it. They shouldn't do it.
I will add though, I mean, because I agree, Kyler has been probably the most disrespected player in the last 12 months. I think Breaking Point actually had him as the most overrated player in the offseason last year, which is fucking insane. But yeah, I mean, I think if the opportunity comes, you have the convo. But
it's a fun convo, but they just ran the last two events. Like
they keep it going. Way too much chemistry.
Keep it going and you move on, bro.
Their chemistry is insane. Let's keep in mind, Shotzzy also won another ring with Hook. Like these guys they play well off each other. Like they have.
You should be making other teams form those God Squads and work together. You shouldn't be shooting yourself in the foot, fucking up your team potentially.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a world they fuck up their team, bro.
I do.
In the league currently, like if you're telling me they get fucking Rencor or Hydra or Simp, whoever for fucking Kyler, like. I think it's absolutely a world where I don't see a world where that team they get worse.
I'm not going to compare these players together, but we kind of did it. I remember when we beat you guys at PAX and BO2 and then whatever. I think we dropped Embo. I did it twice actually. We dropped Embos for Killa. We were dog shit. And then in
ran riot shit.
No, hold on. Back in season 3 AW, we were playing with Royalty. And my team was Royalty, Remy, and Nagath. We got third at playoffs. We choked to you guys, Tom. You remember that?
Yeah,
we ended up dropping Royalty. We dropped the Royalty for fucking Aqua. And on paper, Aqua was fucking disgusting, AW.
These
and we got worse.
Changes, though, bro.
We won that event.
What I'm saying is the current team. What I'm saying is making a skill upgrade or even an accolades upgrade is not going to necessarily make your team better, and it could completely fuck shit up completely.
Well, you're just on Pat. I feel like you're working under the assumption that all three of the players that are on the team right now, other than Kyler, are going to keep doing what they've been doing with Kyler, and that's just an unexpected.
No, what I think, Sam, is like other teams are going to obviously upgrade. I don't see a world where potentially taking the best player in the because Optic should have the highest stock, right? If there's a free agent right now, the best free agent in the game. If he has an opportunity to go to Optic, he's going to take it over any other potential God Squad that's being made. Mm-hmm. I think that's a conversation that you have no matter what.
Tony!
As long as that conversation ends in
What's up, boys?
What's going on, Tony?
But again, if it's a BO6 game, you absolutely don't make a fucking change. That's the number one.
Tony, what's going on, brother?
None of us know the game yet.
Tony, you there? Bro. You good?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was zoned out on something.
You're good. What's happening, brother?
What's up, boys?
What's
How
up,
we
Tony?
feeling?
Feeling good, brother. Feeling very good. How are you feeling? How's the energy over there?
Good, bro. Show was awesome. I mean, obviously, just watching that team do what they did was a pleasure on our end.
Mm-hmm. Slowly. I actually, Tony, you joined at a perfect time because I actually wanted a question. I was going to actually go down the panel and ask a question. I'm going to start, and then I'm going to work my way down, and we're going to go one by one. Is Shotzzy a superstar? I'll begin. Yes, he is a superstar. He is top 5 all time, and he's the CDL GOAT, in my opinion. Sam, what do you think? Is Shotzzy a superstar?
Yeah, everything that you just said.
Duarte, what do you think?
Literally everything you said. I even tweeted it after they won the Heretics series.
Benjay, what about you?
I agree with Thomas. W ball knowledge right there.
Tony?
Come on, man. We're talking about a guy who's what, 23 with 3 rings. I'm talking 2 different titles. Need I say more? Yes.
Pat?
I want to separate the convo really quick because you said 2 things. We'll get to Superstar in a second.
Okay.
But I don't think he's top 5 all time. I think that's egregious for us to say that. I think he has 9 event wins. 2 of them were the 2020 Homestead events or whatever they were fucking called. I know he's obviously got 3 rings now, but you're fucking delusional if you're putting him top 5 all time. I'm sorry. That is fucking insane. We've got players that have fucking storied careers that have won 20, 30, close to 40 events. Let's hone it in, bro. I feel a lot of players, not a lot of people.
It's hard to compare errors though, Chapak.
You can't fault him due to lack of tournaments.
Yeah,
though.
it's lack of tournaments.
Absolutely.
You can't really compare.
But bro, you can. You literally can compare. And he doesn't have a comparable career to someone who's won 30, 38, 30, 25, 20, 22. Like, bro, he's won 9 tournaments, and 2 of them were those fucking cheesy
so where would you put
homestands,
him,
which
Pat?
obviously you can't
All
take
time,
away.
where would you put him? Top what?
I mean, he's top 10 for sure.
All right, so
But
if he's top 10 all
think
time, he's
top
got to
5
be a
is fucking
superstar. He's a
insane.
superstar. If he's top 10 all time, Pat, he's got to be a superstar.
No, that's not true. 'Cause
Okay,
that's
Pat,
not
okay.
how you decide a superstar.
Bro,
that's not how you
what?
decide a superstar. But anyway, like I said, that's one part of the convo. I don't think he's top 5. That's fucking crazy. I think he will be there eventually. But
The number
top
1 in
5
the
is fucking
CDL?
insane. Yeah, sure. The CDL era. I think it's him and Simp. No doubt.
No, it's him.
Or him, Simp, Cell, I guess, because Cell was together with Simp the whole time. But as far as the superstar thing goes, I think he's made a much stronger case than he made in the past. But I don't think he's there yet, and I'll tell you why, Tom. I think he and this Optic team had a phenomenal last 2 events. But as I described yesterday, my definition for a superstar is sustained excellence over a long period of time. And for me, and I don't know how this is arguable, Shotzzy disappeared for 6 out of the 8 months this year. Didn't even see him. Don't even know where they went.
The team game, Pat.
Yeah, no, for sure. But he was part of that team. He's the captain of this roster. He's still just as important as everyone else. So to me, like I said, my superstar definition is sustained excellence over a long period of time. I've only seen sustained excellence for a month and a half. I don't know about you guys. That to me is not a superstar.
I guess we can agree to
Sustained
disagree.
excellence over a long period of time.
Pat,
And for someone that disappears for 6 out of 8 months of the year this year, I don't think you can have the conversation.
But with that logic,
Obviously,
everybody that you said was a
super
superstar yesterday,
impressive.
Pat, has their bad seasons or their bad moments and their bad months and their slumps, right? Like everybody.
Slumps, yeah, but his peak was far less than his slump. Other players have a long, let's do Simp. Simp was got for 6 months and then had a bad last month and a half. But he was bad 6 months and then had a god.
Yeah, but he
last month and a half.
He traded those months for Ant's month and a half that you're talking about.
100%.
Yep.
In what way? A financial way? Of course. That's the way.
No, even everything.
I'm talking every
career-wise.
single way.
Look at me. They spam 0 rings every day for the rest of my life.
I think if this was pre-CDO, I would agree with you. CDO era is not the same. I've had this conversation before, Tony. I don't know if you've heard it. It's fucking. I mean, and I know it's not the player's fault, but the way the league is structured now is not comparable, bro. The reason World Champs was fucking everything for the last 10 years before the CDL was because the prize ratio was 100-1. That was the difference between a championship event and a major. It was literally 100-1 prize difference. Now it's 3-1 or whatever it is. It's much less. But anyway, yeah. If you want rings, absolutely.
You asked him though, would he not? If we got Tim in here right now, which you wouldn't be able to because he's in Saudi.
Obviously, anyone saying is going to say, yeah, we want the ring. But I'm saying that only exists because of what the CWL era did. And the reason we put so much importance to champs. Because of the fucking prize money. Anyone that played in the CWL era will not disagree, bro. The reason champs meant fucking everything is because, like Tom said, you were at fucking majors in the CWL era, you were competing for $2,500 each. At champs, you were competing for fucking $150K each. It was not even a comparable tournament. And that is why it meant everything.
Well, season 1 we made 50 grand each.
It's not the same, bro. Yeah, in like BO4.
I mean, champs,
Yeah, World War
champs
II,
and
World War II.
Champs and
The last
EWC
two,
are,
yeah.
but
I
are
will
really
say-
huge, though. And the fact is that at the end of the day, no one is going to remember the team that won 2 majors, and everyone's going to remember the teams that won both EWC and champs, or one or the other. Like, that's always going to be in the
we
thing.
gotta stop throwing EWC in this.
Two
What?
months
EWC
ago-
is massive.
Because of the prize pool now, but 2 months ago, Optic fans were trying to.
Prize pool was just
like-
an entire.
Okay, well, listen. Optic
No, but I'm
fans
saying
aside,
2 months
people,
ago, Optic fans were like, "Oh, EWC is not that important."
Well,
All that matters is
people
champs."
that know ball
Let's be
literally will
realistic
tell
here.
you that EWC is a fucking massive tournament for every year going forward, and that it
Prize
started
money-wise,
last
yes, I
year
agree. Yeah, now it is
for everything,
But I'm
bro.
saying-
Bro, I don't think people realize the fact that it's at the end of the year, even if it's after champs, is still huge because that, dude, the amount of work and shit that people have done going up until this point is insane. Like, you would expect by this point in the year, EWC and champs, that teams are at their best. The fact that winning both,
that's
let
not what
alone
I
winning
saw.
one or the other,
You
is
guys.
huge.
I didn't see FaZe, Thieves,
but that's
Surge,
their
fucking
fault.
any of these teams at
That's
their best.
their fault.
their
That is
fault.
their fault. They got surpassed by all of the other teams underneath them, and that's their own problem. The fact that
I
we
don't think
saw
they got surpassed. I think they went way
Pat,
down.
just say it. Just say
All right,
Shotzzy's
I
a
said it.
superstar. Just say
I don't
it.
like. Oh no, I'll finish. I don't like I said. I don't think he's a superstar yet. I think I need to see more
Bro,
going into
just
next
admit you're
year
wrong.
of sustained
no
excellence.
one's going to be pissed if you
It's
just
not
admit you're
admitting
wrong,
I'm
bro.
wrong. I'm giving
Bro,
you
he's
my
Randy
argument
Orton, bro.
and
When
my
will you guys
reason.
learn?
I-
You're not
I
talking
literally
bro. You're
said-
talking to
Come
Randy
on,
Orton.
Pat.
My definition is sustained excellence over a period of time. That's my definition for a
Bro,
Bro, you
superstar.
won
That's it, I don't
champs
know.
and back-
By that definition that I'm using and explaining to you guys, if someone is asked 6 months out of 8 months of the year, they're not a superstar. If he wants to be called a superstar, in my opinion, then he needs to have the next 6 months be, or I guess when we continue the next season, be fucking good the entire time.
So there were zero
Then-
superstars this year? So
well,
there were zero
honestly-
superstars this year with that logic. So nobody's a superstar at all
Moving
this
the
year.
goalposts again. I can't wait till
No,
Chelsea
wait,
flies
a
at the beginning of the year.
What do you mean
majority-
no?
Wait, wait,
Two
that's not
events
moving the
from FaZe,
goalposts.
2 from Thieves, and 2 from Optic.
No, but it's not about events. I'm saying sustained excellence from a player over a period of time. So if we look at the whole season as a period of time, I think Optic had a horrible fucking first 6 months and then a good 2 months. So 75% they were bad. To me, that's not a superstar. A superstar, as I've defined, is someone that every event is going to play peak Call of Duty the entire time. That's my definition for a superstar.
Yeah, I
Well,
guess
I'm going to
we
go
can
ahead
agree
and
to
say it.
disagree.
Optic accomplished a new feat. Not only did they win back-to-back EWC champs and back-to-back champs, they are the first team to win the biggest event of the year without a single superstar on their roster. Let's go, Optic.
There are zero
That's not
superstars
true.
throughout the year. There are zero
not
superstars
true.
throughout the
Wow.
Nobody's a
Wait,
superstar. How's that not true?
that's not
Because your
true.
logic, those guys were on a team. Pat Dashy, Hoop,
I'm saying that's not
Optic
true.
setting
That's not-
records this year,
That's
man.
not
That's
the first
crazy.
time that people have won champs without a superstar.
Okay.
Yeah, nah, EG was shit, and they won
Yeah,
champs.
EG won one without a superstar. That's crazy.
I would argue Denial was in that bucket. I would
Huh?
argue.
What Clay was? What are you?
Clay was
talking
God
about?
in AW.
I would
Oh,
argue.
you're faded, bro. You're faded.
God was God.
No, you're
God,
actually
Clay
faded,
was
bro.
God all of AW.
This guy's faded, bro.
Clay was okay.
Clay was godlike.
Clay was
at AW.
God at
He was
AW.
insane.
Hey,
Clay
guys.
was insane at
Oh
AW.
my
Clay was insane
was
at
okay,
Advanced
guys.
Warfare.
Clay was
Okay,
on.
son.
Wait. Are we delusional?
Okay,
Clay
son.
was on Indy
What's
to
up?
start the year, bro, and that
Running
team
a
was
sub 'cause
horrible.
They were fucking stupid.
Clay was horrible the first 4 months of the year on
Because he was
Indy.
running a sub,
Then
and
he
he
picked
got
up an
AR
AR
and
and he
fried.
got godlike. Yeah, but that's
because he was good.
Yeah,
at the game.
I
He
was
running
good.
a shit roll.
I was
Yo,
good
can
with
I-
AR
can I
and
say
the
stuff.
entire
Yeah, hold
time,
on.
bro.
First of all, welcome Atlanta FaZe owner, FaZe Kason to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Kason, what's going on? How are you?
Listen, listen, Pat. You know I really fuck with you. Pat, I think you're hilarious. But the rage bait is insane, bro. People gotta respect Ant, bro. That's my boy. This dude just went back to back.
no one's disrespecting him.
Nah,
No,
but like
that's not
saying he's not. But
disrespectful.
I know. But Pat, saying he's not a superstar is it's just rage bait, man. Like, listen, I
It's
haven't
not
been in the
rage
scene
bait when
for
I'm giving you
as
my
long as you
definition.
guys. No, but Pat, it is though because dude, they went back to back. He's
right,
winning
let me
when it
ask you a
counts,
question,
and it hurt,
Kason.
bro. I mean, we're losing. It's
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
By the definition I gave you, does Ant fall into a super? Not your own definition, not what people think. By the definition I provided, Is Ant a superstar?
But Pat, I think we have different definitions. The guy's
Exactly.
A winner.
So I'm explaining to you
but
that
in
my
the definition of a
definition, Ant does
superstar,
not
though,
fall
Pat,
into a superstar.
Pat, he's a winner. The guy is just winning.
There's
He
a
doesn't.
ton of people who are winners,
But,
bro.
but,
that I
but
wouldn't
he's
say are
literally
superstars.
elevating his team to win every year.
I disagree
He
with
is.
that. I disagree.
There's
with
a ton of people that are
Because-
winners. Why aren't they fucking winning, Pat?
Because Mercules didn't join this roster. I don't think we even have this conversation. You don't have this like elevating his team. Mercules elevated this team. That's
It's
the
a
reason.
team game, Pat.
It is. But
You
without
need a
that-
well-rounded team in order to beat Thieves, FaZe, Vancouver.
no, there's no
Heretics,
argument about
you
that.
need a good team.
But I'm saying if Mercules doesn't join this team, Optic's not in this situation.
I mean, probably not, but that guy is
they lose both
fucking
events.
insane.
No one's arguing that. If Mercules
their
doesn't
team
join this
comp was
team,
terrible before, so
if they
yeah,
keep
great.
whoever they had prior, they lose both these events.
There's only one man to thank.
All right, Zin, let's be real, bro. Anybody was making that fucking move.
No, the border agent, chill.
We literally, I don't know how many flank episodes we had. Someone put this fucking guy on the roster. I'm mind blown Toronto didn't, but that was a go-to move.
Anyways, Shotzzy is a superstar, but yo, Merc, what do you got? Third, first, his first couple events?
Yeah,
That's
Merc's-
fucking wild,
Bro, Merc
bro.
has like $400,000 like career earnings. Is that not fucking crazy? Or wait, how many?
He's got me and you beat already.
Yeah,
this
already.
piece of
That
shit.
Inflation
motherfucking-
is crazy, bro.
Hey, once a stallion, always a stallion, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's impressive. I mean, that's fucking $400,000 in 3 events, and it's his rookie year.
How much did he make at the Toronto one? Was it like not even comparable?
I don't even know.
I
Listen,
have no
guys.
idea.
Hey, I'm out of here. I just wanted to say, bro, much respect to Ant and Optic, and congrats to them, bro. No one was more sick than me when we lost champs, as you guys saw on Tom's stream. So they deserve it, bro. These guys went back to back. There's undeniable. Anyone hating on Optic or even Shotzzy or any of these guys, bro, it's just not even right. But anyways, you guys have a good
Wait,
show.
before you go, any
Yeah.
comments on FaZe? Any comments on
I'm
FaZe
out of here,
before you
Tom. I'll see you later, brother.
go? Absolutely.
No comment.
I'll answer
No
for him.
comment.
What
No comment.
I think 11 teams are making changes. Or okay, let me rephrase, because like a team like Miami, I could see like a Miami sticking. I think Thieves change. I think FaZe change. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say.
I think it's 11, bro. I don't think Miami or Vancouver's gonna be able to keep their team together just with the shuffle.
Yeah,
Unless
I
they start
doubt it,
doling out
but
sort of
you
good
just never know,
contracts.
right? Like Spanish team, they like playing together. Like there could be an outlier in there, but I think all the top dogs, bar us, will change.
Wait, Zin,
Tom is
you
neither
guys
of those
not
teams
changing
will
at all?
Fuck no.
My
I just
opinion is I certainly would it. That's what
No,
I'll say.
I mean, like, what do you think? Do you think they're gonna change?
Fuck
I
no.
hope not. I would hope not. What?
You're not
Right,
giving
they're
me a
not
yes or no. It's
changing.
all
They're
good.
not changing. There's no way. They're changing.
I'm giving you my genuine answer. I truly believe that. I mean, like they love playing together. They just went back to
Yeah,
back.
you
when
said
the two biggest tournaments.
You said
you pick up.
wouldn't. You didn't give me like a solid no. It's not happening. That's all I needed to know, Zin. You're good.
Okay, man.
Sam, I want to give you the floor. Sam, any final thoughts on the convo we just had, the overall tournament, the overall season? I mean, Sam, it's been an incredible season. It's been awesome having you on, and I just want to get your thoughts, just kind of a recap. I mean, any final words for the chat, the community, everybody watching? The floor
Oh
is
man,
yours.
you're letting me outro? Oh,
No,
shit.
I mean, I'm going to go through it. I'm going to go down, down the list. But, I mean, you've been quiet the last 10, 15 minutes. You've been
I
patting the
just can't
dog.
entertain Pat, bro.
I just wanted to get your thoughts, that's all.
Old man was yelling at the sky.
I was speaking facts.
To you.
Get Benitez, actually.
I mean, it was an incredible season, man. I think it started out hot. We had some valleys in the middle there, but the last 3 tournaments were fucking unbelievable. Energy and all the watch parties, all the shows. We got 20,000 people in here right now that watch all these, again, old men yell at the sky. Thank you guys, man. I thought it was an awesome year. It ended in a storybook fucking insane comeback, one of the greatest turnarounds in competitive Call of Duty history with superstars all over the place.
Legacy saving year for sure.
Legacy saver for sure. Absolutely, man. So shout out to you guys for letting us do this, man, for sure.
Hey, I love that, Sam. Oh, hell yeah. Get a Octane in the chat. What about you, Duarte? Ben, anything you guys want to say? Pat?
I mean, I just want to say that I'm grateful. I'm grateful for Tom. I'm grateful for all of you guys, for another amazing year of the flank. Grateful to all the people that support us and allow us to yap every single day. Without you guys, there would be no flank, and especially without Tommy, bro. Like Tommy, I can't state this enough. I say this every year at the end of the year when we're doing this sort of outro, but you're a fucking legend, bro. And I think that without you in the scene, bro, it would be so much fucking worse, bro. So
Thanks,
spam
Chris.
some fucking W's for Tom.
I appreciate that, Chris.
Thank you guys. Seriously, I mean, you guys are incredible. So thank you guys.
Hell yeah, bro. Chris, thank you so much for the kind words, Chris. That means a lot. And I appreciate you being on the show. You've been doing a great job. We always love some of the best analysis in the business from Duarte. What about you, Benjay? What about you?
Well, Tom, you and I started this show 5 years ago. It's been fun. Another season, the bag.
5 years is crazy, by the way. That's fucking
5 years is crazy. And I remember we started out, only a couple hundred viewers watching, and what we got right now, 20K live. Probably a couple more on my stream and on Chris's stream as well. It's been a great season. Every year we keep improving, and I think once again this is our best season of the show. And it's not really because of the people here, even though I think our cast and Tom do a great job. It's because of you, the community. That's why we're out here doing this. You guys are the reason that we're putting it in every single day, every single match day. So we love you guys. We're glad that you guys keep supporting us, and to another great season of the flank coming up here beginning in the end of 2025.
Pat, you got any final words? It was very nice, Benjay. It was very nice.
Yes.
Pat, you got any final words, Pat?
I do, Tom. Very nice comments from everybody. I agree with every co-host and what they've said. For some reason, Ben, he likes to say he started the show with you. He did. Then he left you, Tom, and me and you jumped on, duoed it for a little while until we've added co-host over time. So it's been an absolute blast. I want to shout out to the YouTube chat. I think this year, Tom, obviously you've mentioned it, like you pay your co-hosts very well. And I just want to shout out to the super chatters who have super chatted you, mentioning my name, talking about me, that has probably paid for my part on this show. So I really want to thank you guys. That's been a just unbelievable support all year long, offsetting that cost for Tom. It's very, very appreciated. Had an absolute blast sharing honest opinions all year long for you guys. That's what I really like about this show. Every single one of us on here have been able to hop on and give our honest and thought out opinions for you guys. So yeah, it's been a blast, Tom. It's been a good season.
Hell yeah,
that's it. A great way to end the year too.
Appreciate you being there for me, Pat, when Benjay left. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
Ben's the GOAT, though.
And I do want to add,
It wasn't my choice, but it is what it is.
Yeah, Ben was in a little bit of a pickle there.
I think we had a phenomenal season, especially for the game that we had. And I think Optic did us all a great service getting their second win. So now we had 3 teams that had equally a great year all year long, each of them winning 2 events. So I hope there's more disparity in the league, and next year we'll go and hopefully we get one more up there and we can have 4.
That bank account ain't equals shit.
Yeah, the bank account's a lot different for
that
sure.
Bank account is lopsided.
Did you look at the tweet that I pinned?
Because I will say, after the 0 ring spam that I get for the last 5 years, I can assure you that champs is not equal.
Tom, hold that link real quick if you don't mind. That
a win's a win, Tom.
Hey, listen, I've won multiple championships, but people put a lot of value on champs and stuff, man.
Yeah, you got the ring that matters, bro. At the end of the day.
Thank you, Duarte. But wait, what link are you talking about, Ben? In the TeamSpeak? I don't see nothing.
No, I was putting in your.
Yeah, you got to put it in the TeamSpeak, bro. All right, let me take a look here and see what's going on. Oh my God! First of all, Tony, are you here?
I'm here.
Tony, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, this is egregious. And let me just say, I'm proud of him. That's all I want to say is that I couldn't be more proud to watch this man flourish into the man he is today. This is a guy that out of nowhere, right? No one was talking about him. I found him like a needle in the haystack.
He was at a Stallions.
Optic.
He was at a Stallions over a year ago.
You found him after that major 3 performance.
I know you guys are giving some closing statements, and I know I'm not on the flank much anymore, but I miss you guys. I want to give just real quick an overall message to like the Call of Duty community, because I feel like each creator, each pro, each community member, like despite the game state, and there's a lot out of our control, right? Like we're playing a very casual game at a competitive level. The community is unmatched, right? Even when things are down bad, like just a genuine thank you from me, and I'm sure all you guys for making this all possible.
Absolutely.
Just truly.
Absolutely.
Seeing, like the people on this call, bro, like it sounds corny, but we saw it go from convention center ballrooms to EWC level production. So just a genuine thank you, man. You guys are fucking the reason it's all possible.
W-Tone, man. W-Tone. Absolutely.
I've seen Tony in Punta Cana on a pull-out.
There's a Ronnie tweet or some shit.
Complaining about
Yeah, I
travelers
pulled it up.
diarrhea.
I kind of wanted to
He came
move
a
on
long
from
way.
we had a nice
was
wholesome
bad.
ending. I didn't want to get back into this because we had a nice wholesome ending. But
Hey, boys, I gotta go. It's a celebration dinner.
Absolutely, man.
Hey, Tony's an idiot. Ronnie said this means Ace himself was never a superstar, by the way. I hope he knows that.
Who?
Shit.
All right,
Are we ready to end the show?
Because I genuinely don't know. Ben, I think you've mentioned it a few times. Who the fuck is Ronnie? When did he come on the scene? I genuinely, that's not even me roasting him, because I've heard you mention that name before.
He's an Intel guy.
Yeah, I know, but like who? And like when did he come on the scene?
he was just dropping
like
intel.
it sounds like an event next year. We need to get a Aches and Ronnie meetup, bro.
No, but I'm asking genuinely. I'm not even trolling. Like when did he come
Aches
on the
versus
scene?
Ronnie boxing match.
Last couple of years, he's
Oh,
part of
okay.
Breaking
So
Point, yeah.
CDL join. Okay, no, that tells me all I need to know. No worries.
Absolutely. All right. Well, listen, guys. Again, thank you so much for all the support. Huge congratulations to Optic again. The way they closed out the year was incredible. Obviously, I'm super excited just to see what happens throughout the offseason. The roster changes, Black Ops 7. I'm sure we'll see some maybe some sneak peeks as well throughout the offseason. I'm sure we'll get the beta as well. So look forward to that. But yeah, expect a lot more flanked episodes in the offseason. I mean, hey, brother, sometimes I feel like the offseason shows are like better than some of the midseason shows. So I'm really excited to get into it. Yes, I am giving away a fridge after the show. 2 fridges after the show. Sam thinks
Is it a mini fridge?
Yeah, 2 mini fridges, 2 of them.
Oh shit.
So we'll do that after the show, guys. It's not cap. I'm not scamming y'all. All right. All right. I promise it's not a scam. But yeah, guys, just thank you so much for all the energy this year. Again, like Ben said, I mean, 5 years is crazy, bro. I mean, when I retired, I didn't have any of this, and I didn't know this shit was gonna be like this. And I mean, I didn't know what to do. So you guys changed my life. Thank you guys for being the best community in the world. And you know, we're gonna keep that gas pedal down. I'm gonna keep that gas pedal down, and we're gonna keep doing what we're doing. Benjay, why don't you sync us out for one final putt of the season, ladies and gentlemen? Give it up for Benjay Messina. Absolutely. Let's see what Benjay can do. Now, since Benjay's going for a putt, Sam, Pat, Chris, what do you think?
He's missing for sure.
You think
He's
so?
making this. Nah,
He's making this,
100%.
sinking this, sinking
He's
this.
making this 100%.
All the way back, all the way, push the ball all the way back.
Wait, yeah, why is he
creeping back up like
He
Yeah.
always
Sorry.
does that shit.
Good boy.
He thinks it's out of frame or what?
Ladies and gentlemen, Benjay Messina, he's trying to cheat, Pat. You know how he is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Benjay steps on. He sinks the ball nice and easy. Final putt of the season. Benjay Messina is ice cold, ladies and gentlemen.
I just want to say I didn't miss a single putt this weekend on the show.
You didn't.
I'm pretty
But,
sure.
hey, I'm not gonna lie.
They went
You've been
4 for 4 this
icy.
weekend.
You have been icy.
Yeah.
4 for 4 to
icy.
close out the
Good raw
season is
mind.
typical. You know what I mean? Bet you need to come out with some putting merch or some shit. I don't know. You might need to do something. I mean, that's
we might need to do
legendary.
something, bro.
You know, but guys, thank you all so much for the support. We love you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you to everybody that tuned in to watch party the shows today, the energy. What a season, man. What an incredible season. I'm excited for what's to come. And as always, man, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Anchor.fm/The Flank. Check out all the audio sites that we're on. Go follow @The Flank on X. Gert's doing a phenomenal job running socials per usual. Make sure to join the community if you haven't already. And of course, ZOOMAA.gg for the merch. Make sure to go check it out. Guys, thank you so much. Love y'all. Take care. Brush your hair. And we'll see you guys next time on another episode of The Flank, man. Take it easy. Up slowly. Ciao, ciao.